Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Depending on whom you ask, we are either living in the golden age of music technology or a dystopian hellscape in which true creativity is replaced with unabated consumerism. The answer is, of course, yes. Today we are going to talk about synth, and it might be a sign of the times that I completely forgot about receiving it as a long-term loan from Polyend around 6 months ago.
At the first glance, synth is ticking all the "that's not the play plus I wanted" boxes. Speaking of which, in contrast to the microscopic grid elements on Polyend's flagship Groovebox, synth comes with generously sized pads, sensitive to both velocity and somewhat unpredictable polyphonic aftertouch, which can be arranged in different shades of 2D Minecraft and quantized to a range of keys, scales, and chords for non-keyboard players like yours truly. In addition to the 2 takes on classic VA synthesis, the slightly underwhelming Acid Specialist, and simple FM tone generator, known from Tracker Mini and all the pluses, synth boasts a phase distortion engine, nice physical modeling, an interesting wavetable algo based on interpolation of 2 tables, another wavetable synth I've yet to conceptually understand, inevitable granular guaranteed to turn you into the coolest kid at your local Aphex Twin fan club. I was missing the dedicated percussion synth though. There are plenty of great presets, and the well-thought-out UI concept lets you elegantly dive through the menus. Available filtered types depend on the chosen engine, and some of them sound rather decent. Synth architectures vary too depending on the engine, with up to 3 ADSRs and 2 LFOs. And you can control external instruments via Midi. The mod matrix is easy to use, as are the macros for controlling multiple parameters conveniently at the same time. I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of the built-in chorus, reverb, and delay. This more than respectable sound design toolkit allows for 3 multitimbral voices, which are unfortunately not only limited by a total polyphony of 8, but also by a CPU obviously overwhelmed by the more complex algos. I noticed some lag when tweaking parameters as well. These 3 independent synths in a box can be combined to a scene which also includes the aforementioned grid settings and either an arpeggiator sequencer per voice. However, if you expected the Groovebox goodness of plays and trackers, you will be disappointed! It's just an SH-101 style step recorder on volume. sticky buttons aside, the build quality is great, there is no internal battery, connectivity is very limited, especially given the instrument's multitimbrality don't swallow micro SD cards, and I haven't found a way to send audio over USB. Polyend synths are affordable both new and on the used market.
Polyend has a history of releasing products that cause quite a stir, for better or worse. How could I forget about this one?
You have already heard synth in today's intro tune. Sounds like a synth? Time to explore the instrument's multi-timbral workflows and give the more complex engines a go.
That's some really nice pads. I can live with a lo-fi timbre of the sample-based engines, but it might be a turn-off for traditional synthesists. The more conventional sounds, while totally usable, are not exactly instant head turners. I wanna know if we can find some classic synth tones. Sure, it won't make you sell your vintage synth collection, but nothing tons of reverb can't fix. While the sequencer doesn't do the instrument justice, the Arpeggiator is great, and synth only crashed twice while recording this jam. Many of the synth engines come with a distinct 90s flavor. Let's surrender to the gritty charm of synth for this uplifting Euro trance celebration of the eternal pre-sci offbeat dance. Regardless of which post-2000 synth buzzword you're interested in, chances are that Polyend turned it into an algorithm and put it into this little machine. While I honestly enjoy this versatility, the underlying processor doesn't seem to be up to the job, and I couldn't shake the feeling that the engines were optimized to death in order to make multitimbrality, UI magic and feature organon happen, sacrificing high-end sheen found on instruments like Synth or Iridium. I'm pretty sure that nobody at Polyend wants to go through another hardware update of a recently released instrument debacle ever again, but a roided up Synth Plus would actually make sense. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below that support the channel regardless of what your gas commands you to buy.